Hello, how are you? Today we're gonna model these towers, and I wanted to model this kind of stuff. It's kind of, a building set because I want to show you how you can prepare your building set or other sets, structures. And we're going to use image textures. I'm going to show it to you. How can you pack it? And uh, we're going to use wooden textures and stones and concrete and metal in one texture or two. I didn't decide it yet, but I'm gonna show it to you. And we're gonna have this set here. Okay, let's get started. First of all, we need to have textures, and I'm gonna use Midjourney, but you can use completely free AI tools and other stuff, or you can just use Google. It doesn't matter, but I'm gonna show it to you with Midjourney, and let's go there. Okay, now I'm just gonna write wooden. Actually, I can say that plain wooden rough texture front view and aspect ratio 16:9. That's the first one, and the second one plain metal texture, again front view and AR 16:9. And now I need concrete texture, plain and front view, AR 16:9. Maybe we can have, let me check the image. Okay, I'm gonna have metal rough plate texture front view, and I didn't like that concrete, but we're gonna look at later. Metal rough plate texture front view, AR 16:9. Okay, these are what we need here. That's looking fine. This one is also looking fine. So let me decide it. I'm gonna check the image. So what you think? First or fourth? I'm gonna go to fourth one. What you think? That's looking a little bit rough. Yeah, yeah, go that way. Okay, we have wooden texture. Now I need metal texture, which is the first one is absolutely fine, and concrete is not working great. Let's change plain concrete texture front view. Let's try it like this. I also set that plain, but as you can see, it's not looking like plain because I don't know. And let's try concrete texture front view clean. Okay, I'm gonna try clean because I don't need that holes on the concrete, so I can cancel that. Yeah, this is exactly what I want for the steps. I'm not sure. Let's try one more time. And we have wood here. Yeah, we have metal texture. I can also use these guys here. What you think? Let's try one more time, and let's cancel that. Okay, I can cancel that one. Now, yeah, that's better. Exactly, that's what I want. We also have some leaks, which is so great. Look at this dirt here, and we have clean areas on the image. That's what I want. And I'm still confused about this plate. It's not exactly working like I want. I'm hopeful about this one, but we already prepared everything. Yeah, I can cancel that. Yeah, that one is interesting. So I like the second one, and yeah, just have the second one, and that's all. All right, we have concrete, metal, uh, two metal actually, one wooden texture, and that's all. Now I'm gonna save it and go to Photoshop. Okay. Okay, I use these images like this, the layers here. I just place them just like that. You can make your own ways. You can place them like this and other stuff, or you can find another texture here. The image size is 4096 here. It's 4096, which is very high quality, but it's gonna little bit medium quality for each texture because we are using it sets here, and since we are using it like this, we're gonna little bit quality loss here, which is not important for now. I'm planning it to make it just for game art or props. Okay, so if you are making it for your concept art or illustration, you can make it own textures like this. Okay, each texture in one image, and that's gonna be so high quality. So we're gonna make a PBR texture, which is mean physically based rendering, and it's gonna look so realistic with normal maps and bumps and other stuff and shiny reflections and other stuff. It means that physically based rendering textures, PBR, you're gonna get used to it so much. And uh, to do that, we're gonna use a free software as Materialize. Okay, you're gonna see that now, the name. Okay, that's a software. You can Google it with Materialize. That's free software, which I'm using it for my PBR textures. You can make it manually in Photoshop, but it's like a torture yourself. If you don't want to torture yourself, just use this or other similar add-ons or other stuff. You can find different kind of selections, but I'm using it because it's free and so simple. Now we're gonna import our image, which we prepared just before. So why am I using only one texture for each of the different kind of materials and textures? Because I'm planning it. I am considering this project as game art. Okay, so if you wanna make game art, game props, and other stuff, you need to have lowest size as possible. So if you have tons of materials, tons of textures for each objects, you're gonna have optimization problems, and it's not logical. So if you are making a game art, every time you make it, just try to have lowest size and little bit packed images like texture sets in one image like 4096. That's what I'm gonna do here. So just start with diffuse map, which is base color. Diffuse map is base color. Let me explain it to you. PBR textures have these maps. Okay, maps means that images and that um, texture sizes here. That's, you can consider it as map area. So height map is exactly what it mean. It's making it look like your object have height or bumps or holes. And diffuse map is base color. Normal map is fake height. I can explain it just basically. Normal map, faking it, the 3D looking surface. You're gonna see that now. And metallic is obvious. Smoothness is roughness. Actually, it's most of the time called as roughness, but it says smoothness. Okay, that's fine. Edge map, actually, it's obvious. And AO means that ambient occlusion. It's increasing the shadow quality and the amount of shadows on the object. You're gonna see that too. Okay, let's import the base color. Okay, when you open and select your image, you're gonna have exactly something like this. Okay, that's the simple and without PBR version. The first thing we need to do is create height map. Height map looking. Let me explain it to you. These black and white presents that 1 and -1, or gray areas is 0. That's the value of the data. Let me explain it to you. Just look at this. Did you see what happened? The black, these were, let's check it out again. Just memorize that. The gray and black areas looking like this, and that's the white area. Did you see the difference? So if you get used to it and understand that black areas going inside on height map and white areas going upside. Okay, that's the simple result here. So we have a cool looking, look at this. We have so high quality texture. It looks like this and it's usable, but we have tons of different stuff here, so we can't have so high quality result for height map, because you need to have only one image for example wood, for example metal. All of them have different kind of heights, right? That's the natural thing. So we're gonna keep it something like this, little bit, bumpness, and little bit, extrusions and holes. Actually, it's looking so fine. Yeah, it can stay like this, no problem. It's already looking like a 3D. Did you see that? When I move the camera, you can feel it like 3D. That's the trick. So after that, you can go normal map. As you can see, normal map is faking the height map, which is a little bit more optimized thing to use. You can change the settings. So it's so obvious that you can feel that 3D looking on these areas, right? It's absolutely looking like 3D object. Look at these woods, and there are bumps and other stuff. And yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna fake it. Just let me show. Set as normal map and show full material again. Let's clear the height map. If you use both of them, let me show it to you. If you use both of them, height map is actually making it bumpy. Okay, just making physical, ascent and descent for the surface. You can see the bumps and other stuff, cracks and other things. And if you just use only normal map, which is so logical for game arts, game props, because height map is also means that size. You don't want to have higher sizes for images and other stuff. So you can just use on the normal map for your game arts, but you can also use both of them or just height map. It depends on your project. Okay, so we are considering it as game art, so I'm eliminating the height map. Okay, but as I said before, you can use both of them. You're gonna have more realistic, more high quality result with this. And yeah, look at this, it's looking so real, right? Now we can go to metallic. We're gonna have little bit problem here because wood is not metallic surface, and we have couple of metallic surface, and we have concrete. So just forgive me about this result here, because that's exactly what we want for the right side. Metals looking so great here, but concrete doesn't supposed to be just like this. So I'm gonna show you another trick for you just before. We're gonna fix it in Photoshop manually, because this is a set. But if you have just for this image, just let's say you are working just for image, that's so accurate. Look at this. We have so good looking shiny area. Let's play with the settings, okay? It's same situation again, whites and blacks. It means 1 and -1, okay? So if you want to have more shiny, more metallic objects, just check it out. You're gonna see the difference so cool and clear way. Look at this. All right, just clear the height map and you're gonna see it better. And it's a little bit hard to understand that because my camera is not moving like this. Just focus on this area, okay? Do you see that? That reflection here it's reflective, but this area is not reflective. So at roughness map, it's looking similar. It's also for same for everything. Now you're gonna see the difference so clear. Just look at this area, okay? Do you see reflection? I'm going like this. It has different reflections. Let's go some different areas here. For example, this area is shining. Let me see. Look at this. Did you see? These areas are reflective, and concrete areas here is not reflective. That's the thing. Look at this. Do you see that? Those areas looking so metallic. Yeah, that's it. Let me check it again. Did you see? This is the black areas is not reflective, and white areas is reflective and metallic. That's the simple way to understand that. You can have some, you can explore it yourself by changing the stuff, and you can find it so cool way. And the last thing is ambient occlusion. Look at this. It's like a shadow map, and you can see the shadow areas here, and you can change the spread here to change it. Ambient occlusion is helpful for increasing the shadows, okay? So look at this. It's now a little bit darker. Just focus on the image. I cleared that and I added it again. Okay, so let's say you have a texture here. Oh, look at this reflection. This area is little better to explain it to you. Look at this shiny leaks here. Okay, anyway, so when you have some textures with some bumps and little bit holes and other distortions, you want to have more shadow in that inner areas, because if you have soft shadows, you can't show that cracks on the wood. For example, let's say you want to have more dark shadows in the holes or between parts of these wood planks. So look at this. That's so helpful for increase the shadow quality and make it more distinctive. Just make a little bit, and yeah, that's enough. So we have a cool looking metals. Metals are looking so perfect actually, but unfortunately these two are not working correct. No problem. There is no problem at all. We're gonna just save it, okay? It's gonna be JPEG. You can save it PNG and other stuff. It doesn't matter. I don't want to use height map for now, but as I said before, you can also use it and it's gonna look a little bit more interesting and realistic. Of course, you gotta be careful when you are making it. For example, you can change it here. Look at this. It says details. Let's see what's gonna happen if I make it more contrast. Let's go for full way. Look at this. Did you see that? So you gotta have a little bit white or gray. Um, Most of time you wanna have gray tones just like this because black and whites are so dangerous for my cat is shaking the table. Okay, anyway. Uh, if you have whites and blacks, that's gonna be have so and when you have gray tones here, just like this, you're gonna have a safe result here. Just little bit bumpiness, a little bit distortion, that's all. Yeah, it's looking so clear and high quality. But as I said before, we're gonna go with just normal map. Okay, let's save it one by one. So let me explain the stuff here. Let me show you how I'm gonna save it for each image here, which is a little bit tricky. Okay, now I prepared that. Yeah, now I can let me shader editor. For this one, let me explain it to you. How can we do it? So if you press Shift A for add, you can also edit here. Go here, image and image as plane. We're gonna, that's an image, right? So we're gonna import an image. Okay, now we are in image as plane. We selected that. And from here, we're going to choose texture set underline base color. Okay, we imported that. Now go to here, just move it here. I don't like these axis and floor. You can turn off here. And I need a light to see it better. You can use EV or cycles. I'm using cycles and Shift A and add light. You can use area light. I'm gonna try to make it from the side view and you can see the result better. So do you see any difference or bumps far? No, because it's only a one image right now. So we're gonna make a little bit add-on activation, which is a node wrangler. It's a little bit a fast way to import multiple images. That's so easy, and you can also make it a little bit, tricks here, but we mostly use it for importing PBR textures in one click. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, now we are in the preferences. Let me show where is this, the preferences here, and go to add-ons. And these are the add-ons, which means that little plugin, and these are helpful. There are lots of different kind of add-ons, but this is beginner tutorial and you're gonna get used to it. You can search it for yourself, and these are so helpful. So I can explain them to you one by one, but always activate this one, mesh F2. That's so important and useful. And I explained it to you before on the previous tutorials. Okay, now we're gonna search for Node Wrangler, which is this one, the standard add-on in the Blender, but most of the time it's turned off in basic version. So just activate it and that's okay. By the way, you can save your preferences, shortcuts and other stuff, and you can save preferences, you can load preferences, and it depends on you. But I'm using tons of different kind custom shortcuts, which is so problematic for me to upgrade the version. So always I'm saving my settings here and I'm importing that to the new one. Okay, just turned off. I'm sorry, I closed that pop-up, and now I can use this area. Go here and select shader editor, which is this area is all about the textures here, images, colors, and other stuff. Okay, these are this is the material principle BSDF. You can just know that it's just, let me show it to you. This is the color area and other stuff, roughness. Look at this, it's shiny and rough, or it's metallic. You can play with it. There are tons of different things, but if you plug that, we have image. You can also plug your own images. For example, you have maybe a family photo or other stuff, or sign, you name it. You can just Shift A to add and search for texture. You're gonna use image texture, and you're gonna open your image and you're gonna plug it to base color, and you will see that result, but without roughness and without other PBR stuff. Okay, so you can use it just like this too. Now you're gonna use Control-Shift-T on these ones. When you select that, Control-Shift-T, and we're gonna select our PBR textures. I'm not gonna select this one because it's already in the shader editor, and we're gonna pass that. But we're gonna select metallic, texture set normal, texture set AO, and texture set roughness. I'm holding Control, and everything is selected. Just edit. Now we have all image textures here. It's a little bit complex, but don't worry. Now let's check it out. These are image textures, but Node Wrangler making it like grouped here, just like that. It's just everything. It's just connecting everything itself. You can also edit yourself, but it's so fast and so useful. We have normal map here. You can't connect it just like that to normal map. You need that node here, normal map, and so basically it's gonna connect everything itself except AO. Unfortunately, it's not connecting AO itself, but maybe I can try ambient occlusion name. Maybe it's connected like that. So the last thing we need to do is just select this, search for mix color, because these are colors. The yellow ones are most of the time is color yellow ones, and these are vectors, and it doesn't matter for now. And we add mix color. Now just drag it to A is base color slot here, and go ambient occlusion and drag it to B. Now the result will go base color, and look at this. What did happen here? Do you see that? It's it's mixing. It's just mixing two colors. You have this. It's gonna have of two images here. Let me show it to you. It's a little bit colored, but also a little bit gray. But if I drag it to right, now it's completely ambient occlusion image. Now it's completely a texture image. So you got that. You can stay it like this and go here, go to multiply. Now multiply is same with the Photoshop, and if you know how to use it, you can use overlay and other stuff. But multiply is working so great for the ambient occlusion. So look at this. This is the image. This is the image without ambient occlusion because we dragged it to completely left. So I'm increasing it. Look at this. We increase the shadow here. Yeah, did you see the difference? You can find it useless or not necessary, but I can assure you that it's making difference on the scene, and of course it depends on you. I suggested to leave it like this. It's increasing the shadow, little bit more. Yeah, you can decide yourself. Okay, that's the situation. Now we have this. We have multiply, base color, and ambient occlusion. We have we have all of these images here, roughness, and as in group. That's all. Okay, this is the PBR texture. That's the basic. And you need to have this normal map. Let me show you how you can do it. I mean, how you can set it. That's the 0 strength, and look at this. It's turning into 3D looking, and that's the normal map, and the roughness, and that's the basic. Okay, it's turning into 3D. All right, now I will leave it as 1, and look at this. How realistic is looking this image? Yeah, and we can also test it with with a point light. Look at the shadows. It's actually not 3D. It's just plain, but the normal map is doing this. Okay, that's what normal map does. Okay, look at this. That's so beautiful. The wood here and the other textures. Okay, that was it. And we have the texture set here. Now it's time for the funny part. I'm gonna make it just like this, and it's time to start modeling these towers. Okay, that's gonna be so basic. Now I'm gonna start with this, and I need wooden, what is this, wooden legs for the tower. So that's so simple. Shift D for duplicate it. Look from the top side. I showed it to you before, and now I can link material. That's my shortcut with mouse, but you can go here, find where is this, link transfer data, and you can make it in a shortcut. Okay, or you can just use it as a Control L. My mouse button using Control L actually, and go here, link materials. Okay, what happened? Now it's the materials linked to this one. So it means that it's sharing it. Control A for apply. Just just apply scale. And edit for edit mode, top. And if you press tab here, go here, UV editor, and change the image to towers. No, sorry, texture set base color. Now we're gonna place these structures, UV maps according to related texture. So we want to have we want to have wooden legs. So press U and cube projection to change it like this. Now it's looking better, and now it's ready. This part is so simple. I'm gonna select one face and select more. I'm using Shift 4, but let me show it to you one more time. Select more here. You can assign your own shortcut here. You can remove your shortcut later. It depends on you. So I'm selecting more and go here with your mouse and press A to select all. Now you can scale up and down and rotate with R. Just rotate it like this and place it here. Okay? I just place it here. It's looking like this. Yeah, that's fine. Now, I don't need to have, I don't want them as repeated. So I'm selecting more again, cube projection, and select this UV map. Just turn it like this. And now I don't want to place it here. I'm just gonna use the other parts of this material. So it's gonna look like different material. We're gonna make it look a little bit different and it's gonna look like variation. Okay, so that's so enough for this project. We don't want so high quality and 4K images and textures because it's gonna be a game art, so it's completely okay. And go back to towers. Okay, we have the 4. It's looking like concrete, by the way, so no problem with this. I'm just gonna have one example here and no problem at all. You can always change it. Let me explain something. Let's say this is your prop for your game or other stuff, or let's say you are modeling a car for the game and you want to make a skin. So if you follow this way and work like this, you can easily produce new skin for your car, for your spaceship or building, and you can turn your building from wood to concrete easily. So that's so easy. I'm coming here. Okay, that's the shape is completely same. Just go here, tap, and just turn it to concrete. Okay, that's so easy. That's the way you can do it, right? But as you can see, the wood texture was horizontal, but these are looking vertical. It means that you're gonna have something like this. So you gotta turn it like this and make it a little bit small. Of course, you're gonna lose, the texture quality. But if you're gonna make it all textures, including the wooden as vertical, you don't have something like this. Okay, that's my mistake. I forgot that, and I just placed them like this. But it doesn't matter, because I already have another one here, and look what we have. It's repeating itself just here, and if you select this edge, press U and mark seam, you can just retry it with unwrap. No, it's not working. Smart UV project. Yeah, now it's unwrapped. Okay, it's mean that, let me show it to you. You can, how can I explain it to you? Okay, I don't have any example. So let's say, do you remember those? What was that? Those kid plays with cardboards, and we were, wrapping it like this, and we were making it as building or house for, do you remember that house? It was coming with newspapers and magazines. It's just simple, wrapping house. So you can think as like that. And now it's unwrapped here. This is the one phase. You can press that and you can see which phase is this. And okay, when I select this, it means that this is the that phase is this one. Okay, so you can see that which one is which one. And okay, so when you have this mark seam, or you can also clear seam, when you have this, you say that you're gonna cut this, UV map from here, or you can cut your model from here. You can just think it, you can consider it as literally cutting. Okay, so just think logical. So if you cut it here, just imagine that you're gonna open it like this. The box will open like this, right? So if you cut it like this, so you will have separated this square here. That's how it's working. Okay, so let's clear this. Let me show it to you. Smart UV project. And because since it's a smart UV project, it's making it like this, so you don't need to use it all the time, but in some cases you gotta use it yourself and unwrap it yourself. But smart UV project is also working similar, because let me show it to you. There's angle limit here, so it means that it's calculating it itself and making it separated just like this. So you can use it as UV project, smart UV project. So we have, look at this, we have the texture here. You can try different angles, something like this. It depends on your decision, but I'm gonna use it just like this. All right, now I can select one by one and smart UV project fast, and I'm gonna place it just in a fast way. So cube projection, nope, smart UV project, and just place it like this. By the way, you can have it cube projection and go here, select mode island, and you're gonna have them. Let me select and make it smaller. You can have manually separate the object UV map here, just like this. Okay, you can select all faces separated and you can place them as you want, and that's how we make it just like this. Now we have the legs for the tower. I'm just gonna duplicate it. You got the point, right? Now we're gonna make all pieces just like this. We're gonna have the basic shape first of all, and after that we're gonna prepare the texture according to that. So there's another important point. What was that? So look at this. It's stretching, right? Look at this. It's stretching and we don't want that, but there's a solution for that. To play with the objects and models, go here, options, and correct face attributes. Just turn on, and if you turn on, look at this. It's not moving at all, and just masking it, trim. It's working like trim, and it's gonna repeat itself if you go there, because there's a texture there, so you can't have it more than your texture, but you can have a shorter texture like this. Okay, keep that in your mind. So if I select this one and go there, the base color, let me show it to you. Now I selected this. Look at this. What's happening? Did you see? That's what the correct face attributes is making, and we are in the white area and it ends here. Look at this, it's empty. Okay, that's the basic principle for this process. So you learned that, and I think you got most of the points actually, because the rest of the points will be just modeling and replacing textures according to reference image. So I'm coming here and just select this, go texture. Now we have this. I can just simply move the UV map, and it's gonna look different, and that's what we want. Also, we have a little bit problem here because I need to see this, but also I need to see the reference, right? So let's have this here. And actually, wait a minute, please. I can I can join this area here, and I can have another one here, and we can use it as texture set, so I can see both of them here. Yeah, now that's the basic placement here. So you did that, and when you have this placement here, it's gonna be so easy to, model anything you want. Just prepare your textures, and after that, just place it according to same, correct textures, and that's all you need. You can model anything just like that. So let's continue. And what is this? I know there's a problem with the AI generation, so we're gonna make it correct with our imagination. And actually, I can do it just like this. Just place it here. It's looking a little bit wider, and place it here, duplicate it here. Yeah, same, something like this. I just wanted to have it just like this, okay? I'm not trying to make it exactly the same because it's not logical, and it doesn't looking like, realistic. So we have this, and now it's time to tower. It's gonna be so easy. Just have it, a cube here. Look from the top view. Just make it here. Now I can use the snap here. Just snap the vertex here. Edit mode, X-ray vision here. Yeah, Alt Z here, and you need to do it, because if you don't do that and select this, you're gonna have something like this. Why is that? Because it's just selecting the visible area, but you turn on the X-ray vision and select. Now you can select all. Okay, that's the secret. So we have this, select this, and we have snapping the vertex. I'm moving it on that direction, and I'm holding control, just snapping here. I can also select these areas. Now this time we're gonna slide to the left and right, hold control and snap there. Now it's the same operation. I'm gonna make it exactly in the same size. I can make it a little bit, wider, just like this. By the way, I gotta go back to Eevee. Oh, look at this. That's the most common problem here, but don't worry. If you see that, you can fix it easily like this. Go here, material section, go here, settings, and alpha blend to opaque, okay? Look at this, we already fixed it. We have just one material for all scenes, all variations of the tower and other stuff, just one material. That's how you want to have this kind of models on your game, okay? Otherwise, if you have mod textures for, each kind of, for example, you're gonna have stairs here, and you're gonna have unique textures. You're gonna have towers, roof, and you don't want that in your game, so that's not logical. You can also use it in your illustration projects because it's low size and optimized, so you can work on it so faster. If you have mid settings computer, you can follow this way also. And let's keep working. Now we're gonna have it as wooden here, so that's so easy. Just link it as we did before, apply scale. It's important because I explained it to you before. It's just stretching, okay? So you need to say to Blender that it's the completely 0 point. Okay, just forget the previous settings for this object. It means that this is the standard size and looking for this object, but we made it just like this. Okay, we are actually stretching it. So if you try to do it like this, let me show it to you. Look at this, it's stretched. Okay, but if you say to Blender that apply it, just let me show it to you. Press N, go to view, item here. Okay, this is the settings for the object here. So look at this. It says, let me do it from the beginning, cube. Look at this data. Everything is on the 0 point, which is scale 1, rotation 0, and we got this. And if I link this material here, it's gonna look so clear. But remember, we made it just like this and place it there and other stuff. We actually look at the scale data. We actually broke the data here for the object. So Control A and apply scale. Look at this. Now it's reset. And if you try it again, but of course, cube projection. Now look at this. It's not looking stretched. So just don't forget to apply all of your models and your edits. Otherwise, you're gonna have stretched and problematic textures like this. Control A, scale, edit mode, and cube projection. And it's also repeating itself because it's overlapping. So in some cases, I can use it like this because it's not looking bad. Like in this case, it's not looking bad at all, and I can leave it like this for higher resolution. Okay, otherwise I need to have it, let me select, I need to have it just simple like this, and like this, but we already have the bottom part, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we have this, and it's time for making the walls of the tower. That's gonna be so easy as always. It's like playing Lego or other toys. I'm just gonna make it like this. X-ray vision is important because I need to move it like this and duplicate it here. Duplicate a couple of times, and now select this just a little bit longer and link this. Control A, apply. Now you can apply or cube projection. Now it's time for making it just like this, and there's a problem. Do you see that? If you have some problems like this, you gotta fix it. You can fix it yourself, or you can completely select all. For example, in this case, I couldn't select that. Let me show another thing to you. So let's say you have a problematic area here. It's turned on, okay? But it's in the standard way, it's turned off. What it's doing. So if it's turned off, you can see the whole UV map here. Look at this. I can only see the selected one, but if you turn on this one, everything is already here, and you can select. For example, you said I wanna change this one. Okay, it's already selected here, and go here just like this, and you can see what's happening here. So you can make them one by one, or you can select all, or you can hide it. Just press H. You can hide the UV map, and it's also hiding the related face. That's so important for working precisely. Okay, look at this. Alt H, it brings everything back, and now we are okay to continue, and everything looks fine. Just place it like this, and you know how we do it. Now you can just hide it and fix this problem here. This time I'm gonna place it there, and all right, that's fine. It's looking so cool, right? We have a cool and realistic looking tower. Now I can just duplicate the group here and rotate 90-degree. Look from top view, just place it there, and I'm selecting edit mode, X-ray. X-ray vision is so important, and select all vertices here and just slide it there with snapping. You don't need that. In some cases, you can make it by eyes. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Now we have a little bit problems here, and look at this. It's touching the metal surface. We don't want that. So just select this and slide it a little bit inside, and we fixed it. You can always check the problems and you can fix them easily, just like this, because we slide the vertices and now it's different than the previous one. Now it's gonna be a little bit faster because I want to make it a little bit repeated. Okay, now you may say that it may be not centered. You can select all these parts here, join them for now, and select the other one, the base, with shift. So this is the first selection, and that's the second selection. And after that, go to object, transform, align objects, and X and Y. I'm holding shift, X and Y. Okay, so we got this right now. Okay, it's completely centered. So if you press tab and hold press A to select all, and you can separate them by loose parts. Okay, now we have this as separated. Okay, that's so easy to do. And now we have the tower. Just make it a little bit faster. You already got the most important points. Actually, the other parts will be the fun. Okay, we have this. You can use maybe 2 or 3 texture set, and you can increase your textures. It's still okay because it's still optimized for if you consider game art. It's gonna be a little bit detailed, but it will be still optimized. So duplicate this, place it there. You can also work here for this kind of placing. These are flying. Okay, and these are all the same situation. Look at this, it's stretched. What we're gonna do, Control A, yeah, you said right, Control A, scale, and now you can cube project or smart UV project. Maybe I can use concrete this time. No, I didn't like that. Stick with the plan and use it. So it may repeat itself, but just you can simply just slide it, and you're gonna have a good looking tower like this. Let me make a plain ground here to see the shadows and other stuff, and let's make it a little bit fancy. Open new tab here and go shader editor, go to world and shift A, sky texture. You can plug it here to background and go to cycles. Now we have sunlight and some HDR stuff here. You can play with the values here for different kind of results. Let's make a little bit evening. Yeah, why not? It's like evening. We can turn off intensity, turn off sun size, altitude, air. Look at this. I just want to show it to you in different kind of results. Sun elevation from top to bottom. Yeah, we can work like this. Look at this. So dramatic light. And let me show how it's looking now. Look at this. So beautiful. Okay? Everything works so beautiful and without any problem. So you can make anything with this method here, and it's gonna look so cool and optimized. Okay, that's the most important thing. Also, you can let me explain it to you. So we save it as a JPEG, right? But you can save it as say for web in Photoshop. So you're gonna have very small textures, very small images. So if you wanna make it and move it to next step with the lowest and lowest size of the images and file size objects, you can make it more optimized. Okay, that's the secret of making this optimized and game ready object. That's so cool, and we can keep working on it. I'm gonna leave this world image, the world material just like this. It's enough for now. So let's keep working, but not in that one. No way. You can turn on ambient occlusion in Eevee. Look at the shadows here. That's what I'm trying to explain on the materialize. Look at this, increase shadows. Okay, so you can have bloom, depth of field, screen space, reflections. It gotta be turned on, because look at this. If it turned off, do you see that? It doesn't work here in Eevee. You gotta turn on this one, and refractions and precise and thickness and other stuff. These are all important for better solutions in Eevee. Okay, so that's enough for now. I'm just gonna work here just like that. Now we have the tower. Do you want any furniture inside? I don't think so. So let's make the ladders here. I'm gonna look from the side view in X-ray vision. Just pull it here. So you can use the guide here. Just select all and just make it touch here. Okay, so I can align it with that grid line here. It's looking like this. Let's make it logical. We want the people climb up here. So I'm just gonna join and align. I'm using my shortcut, but I'm aligning it. I show it to you before, and just make it touch here. We have the ladder. So I can keep it joined, because the stairs should be in one piece, but you can separate it after you align your objects. But I'm gonna leave them just like this. Now go here, link materials. We have the same problem as always. Control A, scale, and you can cube project it. It works like this. You can also use Smart UV project. It's gonna work it like this. It depends on your selection or decision. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off this one. So let's make it shorter. What if no, I don't want that. I changed my mind in 1 second, right? Yeah, that's looking so fine, so enough, and it looks like plain. Sorry, blank. And if you wanna add details, let me show how we're gonna do it. Not like this. It's too late to do it because I make it a little bit, bended, and it's a little bit hard to do it in that way. Just add manual edge loop, and I'm selecting whole loop with Alt Shift and left mouse, and you can extrude face along normals, and you're gonna have this problem. Why is that? Because what was that? The applying. Okay, you can apply all transforms too, but let's try if it's gonna work or not. No, it's not working. And also I can try this. So we have the problem here. I'm so sorry for this, because look at this now. It's working, but in a different way. Since it's a bandit, and it's gonna be a little bit problematic. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a little bit problematic. So my advice is making it in the first process. Okay, so if you make this kind of symmetrical or extraction like this, what's happened? All right, what's happening, dude? Hey, select these edges, make it, yeah. So if you make it here, this kind of operations, look at this, it's gonna be clear, and you can have details here, and after that you can bend it like this, or you can also have it here in a custom way. You can rotate this. My advice is just edit all of these details on the basic shape, otherwise you're gonna have problems. And if you want to try, yeah, you can do it, but it's a little bit problematic, and along normals is working a little bit problematic also. Look at this. So you're gonna have extrude like this. You're gonna extrude it inside. You can also change the settings, and after that you gotta fix the wrong edges problem here. You can achieve same situation, but look at the pain and the self-torturing, right? So you can also fix it, but you're gonna waste tons of time. So my advice is making this kind of edits at the beginning of the shape. Okay, but I don't want any edits on the shape right now, so I don't need that. I was just trying to show it to you. Now we have this. Let me change it a little bit. What are you doing there? Okay, it's looking so cool, and we're gonna need steps here. That's gonna be so simple. Just place it inside, make them touch just a little bit, and now you can align it. Select the step first, and after that the borders, and align it in y-axis only. Y-axis is this, so it's aligning it on this axis. So that's simple. Just link materials, go from top view. You can have it like this, or it's stairs. You can have the enough stairs here. Let's see the problem here. Let me show it to you. You gotta see it. Is it looking correct to you? I don't think so, because it's too wide and too high. So what can you do? Just let me show my work style. You can download a character and use the character itself, or you can just draw a simple shape as a person. Yeah, this is the human I draw. That's so impressive style of mine. Yeah, you can just roughly make a person, and you can imagine your building with like this, or you can just use any 3D model, character model, and just imagine that can he go down or climb up? No, I don't think so. So just make it a little bit sensible, which is like, maybe something like this. Now I'm looking from side view. Did you realize that? Shift R for repeating duplicate. And now it makes sense. Look at this. Ring, ring, ring. Right? It does make sense because we are making it according to a rough human proportions. But it's better to use it with 3D model characters. Let me import one. Okay, I'm using Mixamo character. You can download it in Mixamo. And how can you use it? You can find the tutorials in my previous tutorials, but I'm gonna make another beginner tutorial for Mixamo, don't worry. So I'm just trying to show it to you, the basic explanation of my, the proportion stuff. So we have this character here. It's supposed to be like this, okay? I just want it just like this. Let's say we have the person here. Yeah, it does make sense because the roof is here. So when we place a roof here, it's gonna look like this. Yeah, doesn't make sense for the sizes. Just make it a little bit higher and select the vertices at top side. Just slide. Yeah, now it does make sense, okay? That's the first step. And after that, you can imagine, look at this. That's a problem. You can solve it so easily. Just bring it down and delete it. That's why it's important to work with the reference character, because it should look like realistic, and you gotta make it as realistic and sensible objects, props for your game. Otherwise your player can't climb up here and doesn't fit there, so it will look so stupid. But it's not important. Where is the man? Let's say this is the player, your player here, and it's gonna fit here, and you can look around here. Yeah, there's an enemy and other stuff. So always work with reference character. Okay, now we have this person here, and you're gonna step here just like this. And now that's easy. Just step here. Maybe a little bit here, and just duplicate. And I'm repeating the operation with Shift R, as I said before. Now look at this. It does make sense, okay? So you can make it a little bit thin or thick, okay? You can make it just like this. I mean that. you know, it depends on your taste. It's completely up to you, but I'm gonna make it just white, something like this. And you know how we do it. Just select all, join, and Control A, scale, and select all. Cube projection can work. Smart UV project also works. And now maybe we can have a metallic steps. What you think? Yeah, it's looking a little bit interesting, and it's, I think, acceptable. Just make it like this. I think I can make it that big and select these sides and place them here. Now we have a good looking stairs. Look at this. Now our character can step down just like this. 1, 2, 3. It does make sense. And yeah, it's a big tower. Okay, and it's working like a charm. Now let's make a roof here, and we can finalize this episode here. It's gonna be a little bit long, but it's not gonna take so much time. It's just, let's make the roof here. So I'm gonna use a different technique here. So I need to show it to you here. So when it comes to pyramid, something like this pyramid shapes, you can use this, but look at this. There's a problem here. It's completely problematic, and it's also a problematic shape. So it's not that simple. Okay. So let me show a trick here. So when it comes to shape like this, use your knife with K, and you can just use it like this. Okay, and knife this area here. It's gonna give a little bit more uh, clean result. Look at this. There's no distortion here, and check it out. Did you see? Now you can have a pyramid shape here, and there's no problem. Yeah, we have problem for the inside, and you know why it's happening. Just Shift H for isolate this object only. Go here. You gotta make the same stuff here. Just knife it. And by the way, you can use this roof for the other stuff here, because we are using real image textures, and we can do whatever we want. Alt H for bringing everything back, and go here. Yeah. So we can just apply scale, and Smart UV project works better for this kind of stuff, but it's not enough. I'm afraid, because it's pyramid shape, and you're gonna make it look better with yourself. So just select all faces, and we're gonna have it as what kind of do we want it. All right, just have it like this. Yeah, and you gotta select all and just make it look correct. Look at this. It's not correct at all. So just make it like this. Also, you can select each one, and cube project itself. You can also do that too with manual UV projection. And we have this. We have this. Look at the result. I like it so much. So just make it like this, but it doesn't make sense, because these are so big and these are so small. So just make a little bit maybe like this, or you can have it completely in one color, which is not logical. So It depends on you, your taste again. I can leave it like this, no problem. And we have the inner space here, just cube projection, just place it like this, okay? Nothing big deal. I'm just placing it here, cube projection, and place. And same operation for each one. You don't have to make it like this, but you know, I'm trying to be a little bit perfectionist, so this time I want to work in a clean way, okay? That's not me, but I just want to make it clean as possible. Okay, we have the tower here. I don't want to model this you know, what is this? I have no idea about that, but I can make a little bit decoration with Control R. In my shortcut, it's adding edge loop here, which is loop cut here, loop cut and slide. Okay, my shortcut is Control R, but you can change it yourself. And loop cut and slide, I'm placing it something like this, and after that select this loop here and extrude face along normals because it looks like this here. And you gotta select this loop here, cube projection, and make it in same. Is this concrete or yeah, that's correct one. Now we have a cool looking legs. So what can you do for, you changed your mind and you made edit, but do you have to place it manually like this from the beginning? There are a couple of different short and fast methods for this kind of late edits. So that's gonna be the last trick for this episode here. So just say duplicate it, okay, and you duplicated it. Press this one for the second selection, Control C for copy location. Look at this. Now it's kind of overlapped, and you can just delete the previous one and you fixed it. Also, you can move your textures and make it look different. So that's the easiest way. Just copy location and delete the previous one and move it a little bit. It's so natural to change your mind, so you don't have to plan everything at the beginning. It's a little bit impossible because it's some kind of art and you don't feel the inspiration at the beginning. That's so natural, so don't worry about that. It's not a mistake. So that's the easiest way, and I'm gonna show a different way to you. And let me place it like this, or wait a minute, I'm just gonna show it now. So you have this and you have this. You can change everything as one specific object with link. So how are we gonna do it? Select this first, select the second, go to object here and link transfer data, object data. Oh, look at this. Now it's actually a linked material. It's not the unique previous object. It's just a link, maybe slave you can say, or just a fake object here. Why am I saying this? Look at this. It's not it's not a free object, okay? It's completely depend on this object, and it's happening like this. So, yeah, you can make it like this, and you can also select all here, even that one, link object data, and everything is this object. Okay, you can do it. Let's say you made this way and just linked other stuff, similar stuff, and you placed all. So what if you want to have it as a separated free object, because you want to make some edits after that? Go here, object and relations, make single user. It's not single user, as I said, because it relied on this one. It's like um, the mirror of this the core object here, so you can solve it here. Object relations make single users. So there are different kind of selection, but let me explain it to you in a fast way. If you make single user object, it's gonna separate the object only. If you're gonna press it object and data, it's gonna convert it to a specific new and free object and data. Data means that the scale, the position, and other stuff. Okay, so if you press that, object, data, and materials. If you press that, if you select this one, it's gonna make another material for this object only. Okay, so you're gonna have texture set base color 2 or other stuff. It's gonna make it automatically. Let me show it to you. I press that one, and now do you see the difference here? Just here, look at that. It says texture set base color and 001. It made it itself automatically. So this is a duplicated material, and we don't want that. Okay, so I turn back, go back. Okay, we are back here. So we just need that relations, make single users, and object and data. So it's a free object here. It's not moving like this. So go back. Okay, are you free object? No. Okay, now if you try relations, make single object, and try, look at this. Now I want to show it to you in here. Do you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Look at this. It says cube here, and it's cube 2. We press that, we select that, the single user and object, data is same. Data is still sharing the same data from the core object. It means that I can still make it like this, but it's a completely separated and unique object here. Okay, that's how it's working in a basic way. So you can sorry, you can make edit like this. Okay, you can just let's say you have some similar looking like maybe planks or walls and other stuff, and maybe your client said that change the wall or add some adjustments to wall. You can say no, and just let's say you made boolean and you gotta make it like this. Just select all and link object data. It's not working just simple, but it's gonna work in after some settings. You can fix it. You can make some later edits with just simple these tricks. Okay, I just wanted to explain that to you because sometimes I know that you are making it the models so detailed and you are working like this, but after that you're gonna realize something something problematic, and you're gonna feel horrible, and what can I do? Okay, you can say that, and you don't need to delete all the scene. You don't need to delete all the legs here. Okay, that's so important actually, because I myself also making tons of different later edits. That's natural. That's so natural. And I'm also making myself just like this. I'm copy location and delete the problematic one or the old version, and now I have this. Okay, that's simple. I can make any edits later. I'm just trying to show it to you because I just want you to feel more freedom when you work on your Blender project, because you can feel so stressful. I can't make a mistake. I can't make any wrong. right? So you can make it wrong and you can fix your problems just like this kind of easy, simple stuff. Okay, let's say your client said that, let's make it like this. Let's say you are Frank. Let's change it, Frank. Let's make it like this. Okay, you can say that. No, you can make it. Yeah, boss. And okay, it's not problem. Just link object data or duplicate and copy location and the delete previous one. You can make infinite revisions like this. I hope you don't. I hate revisions, but yeah, that's so easy. Just that easy. Okay. So that's enough talking, and it's enough for this episode here. And what did I do? Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. No. Look at this. It's time for using the same technique I showed it to you. I'm trying to go back. My history limit is exceeded and I can't go back to previous version. What can I do? The same thing. So go here, copy location, and is it the correct one? No. Are you correct? Yeah. And look at this. I just fixed myself my problem with the same technique. I just learned it to you. Look at this. Yeah, that's so useful. All right, we have the first tower here. Yay. And we're gonna model the rest of them so fast on the next episodes. And lots of tricks now. And we're just gonna use the same technique and the placements, and you can make tons of hundreds of towers, buildings, and other stuff. That's so easy. I'm happy to explain it to you, and I hope you found it useful, and I hope you can use it in your projects. Don't worry, if you have problem, go to my Discord and you can ask that, and you can write comments, and I can explain the stuff and problem to you. And I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and other stuff, because the algorithm is the enemy of the small channels. You know that. So you can help me with that. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Okay, see you on the next one. Bye bye.